I was drawn to this course because it allows me and my classmates to study two of the most pressing and timely issues in international relations.
I came here for the academics who are doing work in this field. I had heard about a lot of them and I had read a lot of their work.
I kind of had an idea of what the expertise was in this school with the people who I was going to be interacting with. And from that it really kind of solidified my decision.
We have a number of academics at Queen's who have been working on the big themes around security, mobility, governance, borders. It's all about bringing those expertise and letting the students discuss all of these matters directly with those experts.
We kind of are grounded in theory and then able to apply that anywhere in the world. So for me, I looked at the US-Mexican border. Other people have looked at India, Pakistan, Israel and Palestine, the external EU border, really all over the world.
I think this is probably the best place that you can be to be studying borders, especially in light of Brexit.
A lot of it is more about the conceptualization of borders than it is about any particular land border or any territory. However, within that we get into the ongoing situation in Northern Ireland.
Me and my classmates are just really passionate and we have really great conversations and discussions in class. We've all become really good friends, but also great academic peers.
So in the core modules with this program, it's all small group work, discussion-based, seminar-based. That's where students discover their own interests.
The work placement is really, really helpful. It kind of gives you the opportunity to see what life would be like if you were working in this field.
They spend roughly about 3 days a week for about 10 weeks, mostly the whole semester, at a host institution, and they do a piece of research for that institution.
So I did my placement at Woodlands Juvenile Justice Center. My role was to look at cases of unaccompanied migrants who had come into contact with the juvenile justice system.
I ended up going to the Equality Commission and I focused then on the access to legal support and legal aid for asylum seekers in Northern Ireland.
I was in the Good Relations Directorate of the Executive Office and particularly with staffers who work on this District Council Good Relations program.
The process involved the student having a study of the information and policies and strategies that we had created, combined with real-world interviews with people who were participants or stakeholders or who had otherwise availed of those processes. The student then created a critique, a document which had 5 or 6 key recommendations based on their analysis. That document's now a key element of what we use to inform our design going forward. So I think it was very useful, very challenging, but very useful for the student and certainly added value to the work that we did.
There's not one type of student, I would say. We have had students from architecture, students from political science, students from international relations, students from history, anthropology. We love that transdisciplinary element of the program. I want curiosity. That's what I want in terms of the students.
Long term, I'm planning on completing my law degree with a specific focus in international law and security and borders. And I really hope to advise sort of American government officials on formulating legislation on these topics.
So I'm actually leaving here tonight because I have an interview with an immigration firm that gives me a step into the field of migration to be able to go into things like asylum law.
I definitely think that my MA in Global Security and Borders is going to set me apart from my peers when I graduate. There really isn't any other program in the UK or even in Canada or North America for that matter that focuses specifically on this topic.
The skills that they get in terms of being independent researchers by the time they get out of this MA, I think that is really powerful. They get those generic skills about independent thinking, but a really clear insight into the forces that are pushing violence in the world today.